Wales, Darlow in goal, Mepham, Roden and Davis, Roberts, Cooper, Ampadu and Williams, Kumats, Moore and Wilson. And the applause you can hear is for Matija Sarkic, and there are banners all around the stadium in honour of him, and we'll just pause for a second during this tribute. The Welsh fans playing a full part in that as well. Here is the Montenegrin side once again. Mijatovic in goal, Marusic, Rubezic of Aberdeen, Sipic and Vucevic the back four, Brnovic and Jovovic in midfield, with Kamai, Jovetic and Kristovic behind Mugosa in attack. Among the players left out tonight, Vucalin Osmaic of Preston North End, but Rubezic of Aberdeen does start at the heart of their defence. Just listen to that rain.
Yeah, and you wonder what effect the tragedy has had on these players. It's the first game since it happened. Some of them are in tears. Some of the players there, you know, while they're giving the round of applause, it's tragic events, and you know, you wonder how it's affected them now before kick-off. Wales have just got to defend properly tonight, don't make mistakes. Nice football is great, but what really matters in football is what happens in both boxes.
Montenegro in all red, Wales in their chain strip of primrose yellow, and they get the game underway, attacking the goal away to our left in the first half. Their second match in this edition of the UEFA Nations League, the first away match for Craig Bellamy as the Wales coach, and it's live on TalkSport 2 as Wales look to build on the far side. They want to throw in, taken quickly by Roberts, in towards Kiefer Moore, wearing the headband on the far side. Williams down the line for Roberts, but his cross spins high into the penalty area, almost gathered by Wilson. It ricochets the ball, and Kiefer Moore has scored. 38 seconds played, and it's the big man who comes up with the opening goal of the Craig Bellamy era. And what a perfect start for Wales. It broke kindly to Kiefer Moore inside the penalty area, and he swept it home with real authority. And Wales's wait for a goal has come to an end so quickly. Inside the opening minute, Montenegro 0, Wales 1.
What a start for Wales, and there you go, the ball's like a bar of soap in the 18-yard box. They've failed to clear it, the defenders. It's slipping, sliding everywhere. It's a simple clearance, but because the ball's so slick and it's bouncing away from people, it breaks to Kiefer Moore, and he takes it brilliantly. Side foot, bottom corner, in off the post. What a start.
Harry Wilson deserves credit, didn't give the ball up, and I think the clearance ricocheted off Wilson into the path of Kiefer Moore. Lewis Kumats was also involved inside the penalty area, but it was Moore, who of course is known for scoring with his head, who put that away with a moment of quality, as Ethan Ampadu is shown a yellow card by the referee for pulling back in midfield. And Craig Bellamy gets the perfect start here. There's been so much talk, so much information, so many meetings for these players, but there's nothing like a goalmouth scramble leading to a goal in the first minute.
No, and we've seen it against Iceland for Montenegro. They can't clear the ball out of their box. If you keep putting the ball into the box, you'll get joy.
Only 2 minutes played. Wales already a goal up. Here is Wilson fighting Williams again, who's playing on the right-hand side of midfield this evening. Back towards Wilson, who hits it. Oh, what a goal from Harry Wilson! And Wales are 2 goals up within 2.5 minutes. And Harry Wilson hit that from miles out, and it flew high over the head of Mijatovic. And those Wales supporters who've made the journey through the wind and rain will now believe it's really worthwhile. What an incredible start. Inside 3 minutes, Montenegro 0, Wales 2.
Well, what a goal. Harry Wilson, we've seen this in the past from Harry, from range, left foot. It's a counter-attack, and it gets swept out to Nico Williams, who's coming infield from the right-hand side. He gets tackled, the ball breaks to Harry Wilson, and he just has a touch and hits right across it, slices it, and the ball goes right inside the top corner. What a goal. 2-0.
I can't remember Wales scoring 2 goals in the opening 3 minutes in any game.
We're just hope it stops raining now so the game don't get called
Yes. Well, it's raining goals at the moment, and Williams again, he's been bumped off it by Jovetic, and the Montenegrins here are absolutely stunned. Wales 2 up in 2.5 minutes.
Well, I did say, Nigel, before the kick-off, some of their players were in tears before the kick-off.
It's not easy, is it?
And you kick and you get a start like that. It's not coincidence they've started as they have. So Wales have taken advantage of it, and now they've got to keep their foot on the gas, because the game could be over in half an hour.
Well, Robert Prozinecki is stood there on the edge of the technical area, and he looks absolutely bemused. He's, of course, someone who had such a great career as a player, chain-smoking playmaker in that great Croatian team, and now he has taken over the Montenegrin side, and already he looks to be heading for his 4th successive defeat.
Yeah, you know, and he's gone through his plans before the kick-off. He's probably gone through the team shape and everything with the players, done everything right, and all that's out the window after 2 minutes. They concede 2. I mean, Harry Wilson's goal was a great strike, but, you know, don't get me wrong, that was unstoppable, but the first goal was avoidable. Clear the ball properly, but it is like a bar of soap.
Kiefer Moore with his 13th international goal, and Harry Wilson with his 9th. And Wales, a team who found it so hard to score in recent times, have 2 within the opening 3 minutes, as Montenegro look to build their first attack with 5 minutes played, and Wales already leading 2-0. And this is a Welsh team with only 1 win in their previous 9 away games.
Yeah, and Craig took over from the back of a 4-0 defeat by Slovakia and a 0-0 draw with Gibraltar, so it wasn't difficult to improve on that. But, you know, a good performance against Turkey, and now they've turned the good football into goals, which is what really matters. So he'll be delighted with that. He's walking round, he looks like he's got one of them bomber jackets on. He looks like somebody out of Busted, the group.
He looks like Craig Bellamy looks like the smallest nightclub bouncer in South Wales. But it's a massive technical area. I think he covered every blade of grass inside the technical area at the Cardiff City Stadium on Friday night. He's got so much more room to move here with the running track, and already he's on the edge of the technical area with the black jeans and the white trainers as Ben Davies goes down inside the box. And a corner kick's been given. Davies believes he was nudged over there by Magosa, but Montenegro have the opportunity to try and get a foothold in this game here.
Yeah, there's another mistake. Ben Davies, the ball's gone over the top of him. He's running back towards his own goal, trying to usher it out, and mistake.
The corner travels a long way, and it's cleared away at the far post by Cooper. Back into the penalty area, and it was over the top there, and there was a missed kick from Kristovic, but he was flagged offside as Wales pushed out following the high ball forward down the centre.
Yeah, the ball's cleared, and it got lifted back over Wales's defence. Kristovic, who, if you do want it to fall to one player, it's him, totally miskicked the ball completely, but luckily he was offside anyway.
Yeah, Kristovic, who plays for Lecce in Italy's Serie A, and they do have some notable names, as it's given away again by Montenegro. Kiefer Moore looks to play it down the line, but he's challenged by Adam Marusic of Lazio, one of their more experienced players, and of course Stefan Jovetic, his 80th cap this evening, their record goal scorer with 36 goals. He's got the captain's armband, most recently winning the Conference League with Olympiacos, as Rugosa comes forward now, plays a good ball into the penalty area, and that should have been a goal back for Montenegro. Kristovic on the half volley, guiding it wide, and Wales defensively were all over the place there.
Do you know what, Nigel? I was just about to say to you, Kristovic has got a good goal record from when he was young. This season he scored 2 in 4 games for Lecce. Connor Roberts is going to have to be careful of him coming in at the back post, because he has got a goal instinct. But they broke down the right hand side. Magosa's bent the ball around our back 4. It's a great ball, and he's punched his finish. And unfortunately for him, it's just on the wrong side of the post, but he showed a bit of class there.
8 minutes played. Nations League live on TalkSport 2. Montenegro 0, Wales 2. Two very early goals from Kiefer Moore and Harry Wilson, the first under Craig Bellamy. Bellamy has thumb up again to Ollie Cooper, but Wales have given away possession deep inside their own half, and I think the rain's getting heavier here.
Well, I'm sure the listeners can hear the crackling. It's not your radio. It's pounding off the floor. And they've had so much good weather here over the last 3 weeks. It's just the skies have emptied.
Well, they certainly have, and of course the pitch would have been very dry, and they were looking to water it yesterday, but no need for that here this evening as Magosa is challenged by Ampadu. Ampadu fighting Wilson. Wilson was caught late there seemingly by Jovovic, but the referee allows play to continue, and it's played wide towards this near side by Kristovic, and in the end Magosta going in very, very late on this near side. Craig Bellamy is absolutely furious for the challenge on Ben Davies. In fairness to Davies, he's not making too much of it, but on this pitch, which is already cutting up and cutting up fairly badly, when players lunge in like that, they're going to travel some distance.
Well, Ben Davies has saved Magosa getting a yellow card there. He's not made a meal of it because he's a good professional, Ben, and you never see him doing things like that. But again, it's the conditions. It's a slide tackle, and I think the referee has to take that into account tonight, Nigel. Tackles are going to be late.
Now Wilson. High ball into the penalty area. Nodded away this time by Sipic. Now Kamai for Montenegro, wide towards this near side, and Marusic. Marusic is away from the challenge of Cooper. Kamai again, but it's played behind Marusic and into the path of Craig Bellamy on the edge of the Wales technical area. Wales leading here by 2-0 with only 10 minutes played. 2-0 up in 2 minutes 31 seconds.
This game reminds me of the... I don't know if you remember the Leeds United game at Ellen Road when the pitch was waterlogged. And it was just tackle after slide tackle after slide tackle. It was a great game to watch, the crowd back to the old days. This game reminds me of that.
Well, if it stays like this in an hour's time, then the pitch is going to be underwater, because there's been so much rain throughout the day. I mean, already we can see the puddles beginning to splash up on the field as it's brought forward now by Vucevic on the far side, the fullback, looking to take on Connor Roberts, and both slide in and both slither over the advertising hoardings out of play, and it will be a goal kick.
Yeah, you can see signs of the ball sticking a little bit, dragging in the puddles, and you're right, if it keeps pounding down, they might have to... It looks like there's a good drainage system on it, so they might have to go off and come back on if it gets that bad.
All played out by Darlow, straight to Jovetic, left-hand side of the penalty area. Montenegro have players forward here. Jovetic looking to turn, plays the cross in, headed away at the near post by Mepham, who is wearing number 2 these days in the Wales team. He was number 6 for so long, but Joe Roden has that number now, and Ethan Ampadu has number 5, as it's cleared downfield by Mijatovic, and that's a good ball over the top, but it just gathers pace as it bounces off the surface, and Marusic unable to gather, and Wales have a throw-in on this near side. Wales leading by 2-0. Turkey also have the lead in this group, at home to Iceland in Izmir this evening. Kerim Atakoglu was scored there in the second minute, so early goals in both of these games. And it's a new format in the Nations League this time around. The group winners in Group B will be promoted. The runners-up meet a third-place team from League A in a playoff to decide who goes up and who maybe stays up as far as League A is concerned. The third-place team will meet a runner-up from League C in what is effectively a relegation playoff for them, and the bottom team will be relegated. And of course, England are also at this level as well. They'll be playing Finland tomorrow night at Wembley. Harry Kane winning his 100th cap, and there's full commentary of that game with Adrian Durham and the team live from Wembley. As Kumas gathers for Wales on this near side there left, wearing number 9, back in field towards Roden, and now wide towards the far side again and Mepham. And Wales here do have the licence to try and play the ball around with the 2-goal lead so early in the game. Now Kumas again, down the left, infield towards Davis. I'm sure Craig Bellamy is thinking there is the opportunity here to really have a go, but now Jovetic will strike it incredibly from inside his own half after Wales gave the ball away, and it's come off the crossbar. Well, Stefan Jovetic showing the presence of mind there to have a go from fully 50 yards. Darlow was nowhere, and he hit the crossbar.
Well, once again, Wales playing out from the back. Ethan Ampadu, sloppy, and what an effort. Jovetic, he's just in Wales's half, first time, hits it over Carl Darlow, who's about 18 yards off his line, and it hits the top of the crossbar. So unlucky.
And now Wales coming forward again. Ollie Cooper into the penalty area. He's been caught right on the edge of the box by Milos Brnovic. It's a free kick for Wales in a really good position here. This has been a hell of a game so far.
Well, a terrific start, and I'm looking at, I do look at centre-back sometimes, and I'm thinking to myself, if I was playing against him, what would I do? Rubicic, number 19, he just runs through the back of people. I watched him against Iceland. He must have given about 20 fouls away. It's just, when a striker's got his back to you and you're right behind him, don't run straight into the back of him. You're just going to give fouls away. But he's just given another one away, then got away with it. But eventually the refs give a free kick on the edge of the box. For those who've seen Wayne Rooney's goal at the weekend, it's in exactly the same spot. Harry Wilson's taking the free kick with his left foot, though.
Well, Wilson, of course, is the set-piece specialist. Kamai is the draft excluder. Not a very nice night to be lying flat out on the turf here, although the players are absolutely drenched already. Doesn't really make too much difference. Williams and Wilson are over the free kick. Cooper makes a run around the back of the wall. Only 15 minutes played. Wales looking for a 3-0 lead here already. And it's left for Harry Wilson to hit it, and he blazes it high, and really it was played to his left, and that was the wrong side there with the way the wall was positioned to try and go for goal.
That's just not the most intelligent thing I've seen. The ball is like a bar of soap. The goalkeeper is standing to the left side of his wall. What doesn't the goalkeeper want now? Something bouncing around him, or having to make a save when the ball's that slippery. And we missed the target. Miles, Harry Wilson, hits it 15 yards over the bar.
If you've just joined us on TalkSport 2, Wales 2 goals up within 2.5 minutes, but Stefan Jovetic has also hit the crossbar from the halfway line for Montenegro, and they had a great chance for Nikola Krstovic as well, clean through, but he put it wide. Here is Jovetic again, who is still a wily player, really in the autumn days of his career, as they come forward again, but a low shot from the edge of the penalty area from Kamai, this time is comfortable for Carl Darlow.
Yeah, good handling from Carl Darlow. There's a shot from about 25 yards, bounced in front of him. He handled it brilliantly, and he must be relieved, by the way, on his first game, getting it chipped from the halfway line. It's hit the crossbar.
Well, it's an interesting situation as ever for Wales with the goalkeepers. Of course, Danny Ward played against Turkey. He's had one appearance for Leicester this season against Tranmere in the EFL Cup. The only goalkeeper who's actually playing is Adam Davis for Sheffield United, but he is seemingly third choice. I mean, Carl Darlow is at Leeds, and he may get an opportunity, but not at the moment, as Wales have given the ball away again as they try and work the ball through the midfield. Jovetic sweeps it wide to this near side, but Brnovic won't keep it in play as it heads towards a fire engine position behind the goal away to our right-hand side, that it will be a goal kick with 17 minutes played here on TalkSport 2, and Wales leading 2-0.
Yeah, Nigel, in my experiences in football, when you've got 3 goalkeepers, it's difficult to get them all on the pitch at the same time. And what they lack when they're not playing, what I've found over the years, reflexes go. It's like any sport. Saves that they would normally make, the ball's past them already. So it's difficult.
And it's difficult because Wales, they have had goalkeepers playing. Of course, Danny Ward had a spell when he was playing for Leicester. Wayne Hennessy, when Wales were at their peak in 2016, he was a regular in the Premier League, but at the moment they can't seem to find a goalkeeper who's playing regular football for them.
Yeah, and you lose your sharpness, and not only that, when's the last time Danny Ward got nervous before a game on a Friday? You know, you need that as well. You need to be on the bridle. So, you know, tight in your brain and tight as sharp in your reflexes. And unfortunately, goalkeepers, if they're not playing, it's hard to get a game anyway.
Elsewhere in League B in the Nations League, Norway lead Austria by a goal to nil. No goals in League A this evening. France playing Belgium. I saw Belgium on Friday night beat Israel 3-1 behind closed doors in Hungary. Israel themselves are at home in Hungary tonight against Italy, and it's also goalless there. And in League C, already a result, Kosovo winning 4-0 in Cyprus, and Romania, who were relegated to League C due to their head-to-head record against Montenegro in the previous edition, they are a goal up against Lithuania. 19 minutes played here. Montenegro 0, Wales 2, and you get the feeling that will not be the full-time score here, because the way the pitch is playing and the way the fact that players from both sides are slipping and sliding, there are surely more goals in this game. Kristovic coming forward now, fires a shot into the body of Connor Roberts, and then looks to go for the rebound, which loops high into the air off Mepham and behind for a Montenegrin corner.
Yeah, but another mistake, Liam Cooper this time. I mean, he's had a bad start, Liam Cooper, believe it or not, with 2-0 up. He's just slipped there in the middle of the pitch. They broke on us. You've got to follow in tonight. Every shot that goes anywhere near the goal, it's going to be difficult for the keepers to hold on to anything, and they've got a corner. And to be fair to Montenegro, you know, 2-0, they've not dropped their heads, they've come out fighting.
Well, there's such a long time still to go in the game. Corner kick is whipped into the near post. It's headed away initially by Cooper and then hammered in from the edge of the box by Jovovic with real power, and he collided there with Nico Williams. And play has just been halted. Williams seemed to be clutching his face, and Georgi Kabakov, the referee, doing the right thing, and I think he was caught by the body of the momentum from Jovovic after he hit that.
Yeah, brave. He's gone out and blocked it. Playing right wing tonight, Nico Williams. When we've seen the lineup, when we've seen Mepham in the team, we thought he might play a back five, but he's not. He's played with a back four.
But there is a real difference in the way Wales are playing without the ball. As more comes forward now, there's that sort of intensity that you know you'll get from Craig Bellamy on and off the field, and they were hunting impacts against Turkey on Friday night in Cardiff. There's more of the same here. That's what led to the opening goal, and then of course before Montenegro had been able to ride the punch, they're 2 goals down.
Yeah, there's obviously a fine line between obviously overcommitting yourself and giving them chances, and stealing the ball off them in their last third. You know, Craig seems to know what he's doing, and that's half the battle. You know, if you believe yourself, you're right. You can tell the players with confidence.
Corner is played short for Wales on this near side. Wilson now will pick the ball up on the corner of the penalty area. Square to Nico Williams, right foot shot though, but he was challenged by Kamar as he hit it, and the ball spins away, but it's briefly won back by Mepham. But now a long ball played forward for Montenegro. Kamar on the halfway line, but Mepham does well. He was outnumbered on the far side, but he slides in to jab the ball out of play. Chris Mepham on loan at Sunderland now from Bournemouth. And of course they've had a great start to the season. Flying in the Championship.
Yeah, I mean the message must be going on from both managers now. Do not play the intensive care pass into the middle of your own box at the back and in these conditions. You've got to play to the conditions tonight.
A long ball played forward by Rubezic of Aberdeen, but it's quickly cut out, and here is Wilson, who scored that great second goal for Wales on the halfway line. Back towards Roberts, and Roberts all the way back to Darlow, wearing all black, defending the Wales goal away to our right. And then Wilson is challenged, but he's lost out, looking for the free kick. Here is Jovetic on the edge of the penalty area, but the ball just evading his grasp, and it's hammered away by Mepham. Long downfield, and it will be a throw-in to Montenegro midway inside their own half.
There you go, Nigel, right on cue. Danny Ward rolls that ball. He gets it received back to him. Sorry, Carl Darlow plays the ball into that middle of the pitch. Harry Wilson slips in the conditions, gives the ball away, and they nearly get a chance from it.
Another goal has gone in. Slovenia leading Kazakhstan. Benjamin Sheshko has got the opening goal in Stozice this evening. Of course, these are the second games of 2 for these sides in this international break. Morgan Rogers, who's also had such a good start to the season, he scored the opening goal for England's under-21 side with a penalty against Austria at Kenilworth Road. And of course, we'll have the England senior team live on Talk Sport against Finland tomorrow night.
Yeah, so we got Connor Roberts, Mepham, Roden, Ben Davis left back, Nico Williams is playing right wing, Kumas playing left wing, Kiefer Moore down the middle, and then Ampadu and Cooper in midfield, with Harry Wilson floating around trying to get on the ball. Similar system to the one he played against Turkey.
Well, it's working at the moment with 25 minutes played and Wales leading by 2-0. And here is now Kumas inside the penalty area. Well, the ball dropped to him. Montenegro's offside trap came out in instalments, and Rubezic in the end with a pretty desperate challenge to concede the corner.
I think he's a liability, Rubezic. Every time the ball goes near him.
In fairness, he wasn't the player playing them onside. It was Marusic.
Yeah, they come out at different speeds. Look totally disorganised, but there's definitely a mistake there. If I was Craig, I'd be shouting on to him, just get the ball into Kiefer Moore, into that danger area just outside the box. He'll give fouls away all night.
25 minutes played in front of the big screen constructed on the scaffold behind the goal. Wilson with the corner, and challenging for it at the near post was Ben Davis. It goes right through the 6-yard area, and it goes out of play on the far side. So there must have been a Montenegrin touch, because Roberts takes the throw-in, looking for Kumas. Of course, his father had so many good moments for Wales and for many other clubs. A real favourite wherever he played, but at the age of 18, Louis Kumas has the opportunity now to surpass what his father achieved during his career.
Yeah, he's playing on the left tonight. I think he's better down the middle, where he can run from in to out. I think his movement's excellent. He can finish, and his pedigree's good. His dad was a great player.
So enjoy watching him at Prenton Park as a youngster. I mean, he's the sort of player that Wales should have really built their team around, but for whatever reason, it never happened.
Well, I was with Toshak when he was in our squad, you know, and Tosh liked him. We all liked him. You know, so you never know whether he was going to turn up sometimes, but great footballer.
And we're back in the EFL on TalkSport 2 on Friday night. Hull against Sheffield Wednesday is the Yorkshire derby, with Hugh Wozencroft, Mark Wilson and Courtney Sweetman-Kirk. Good game coming up on Saturday lunchtime as well in the Championship here on 2. Leeds against Burnley, that should be some game at Ellen Road. Southampton Manchester United will be part of game day on TalkSport, with Manchester City against Brentford here on 2 at 3, and Bournemouth against Chelsea on TalkSport at 8 o'clock. All coming up this weekend here on TalkSport and TalkSport 2. And there is a Sunday commentary as well. Portsmouth against West Brom, another tasty looking game at Fratton Park, 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. At the moment, 27 minutes played in Nixic, and Wales leading by 2-0 as Kiefer Moore turns. He almost played in Harry Wilson on the edge of the penalty area, but Sipcic with a very well-timed intervention, otherwise Wales would have been in for a third.
I really like Harry Wilson. In fact, I go as far as to say he's my favourite Welsh player. I just think, you know, we've all seen at our clubs players who flatter to deceive and actually look the part but never do anything in the last third. I think Harry Wilson does. I think he's got an end product to his game. He was unlucky there. Kiefer Moore nearly slid him in, but he's seen the opportunity and he makes the run. He's got a good brain.
Rubezic wide to this near side, and Marusic for Montenegro on their right. Now Kamai, high cross in, it's beyond Jovetic. And it's kept in play well on the far side by Kristovic. Looking to hit the byline now. The cross in though was cut out by Ampadu at the near post. And there was the opportunity for Williams to play it forward, looking for Kiefer Moore, who claims he was being held down there by Rubezic as he chased the ball forward. But the referee not interested, and Montenegro have possession back. We'll be hearing from Lee Carsley, the interim England coach, and Harry Kane, the captain, looking ahead to his 100th cap at half-time here on TalkSport 2, with Wales still leading here by 2-0, a lead they established within the 3rd minute. And I cannot remember Wales scoring 2 goals as quickly at the start of a game.
Well, only one team can have a good start if you think about it. Both managers say, come on lads, in the dressing room, let's have a good start. But only one team can have a good start, and it's been Wales.
And now an opportunity for Magosa to play a ball across the penalty area, and it's gathered at the far post by Kristovic, and the crossing is spilled, and in the end the shot is cleared off the line by Ben Davies. It was Magosa who fired the ball in after a scramble inside the penalty area, and Davies was there to keep Wales intact.
Well, I just can't believe what I've just seen there. I mean, it's an unbelievable sail from Darlow, and then a magnificent goal line clearance. I think it was from Mepham or Ben Davies. It happened that quick. It was like pinball in our box, and we've got away with it. It's a great cross across the front of the goal by Magosa again. Christoph picked it up. It's a deflection. Connor Roberts nearly turns it in his own net. Comes back out. Carl Darlow makes a great save from the rebound. What a save that is. It comes back out again, and Ben Davies clears it off the line. Unbelievable save on the line.
Well, it's a corner now for Montenegro with half an hour play. They're not out of this by any means. The corner is cleared away by Ampadu at the near post. Now Kumas will try and bring the ball clear. He was having his shirt pulled by Jovovic, but he's done well to ride the challenge and plays it forward to Harry Wilson. Great turn from him. Here is Nico Williams clean through. The first touch is heavy, and that allows the challenge to come in inside the penalty area from Rubezic, when it seemed there that Wales were about to score the classic breakaway goal.
That's why Nico Williams is a fullback, not a right winger. I mean, it's a tremendous break. Harry Wilson makes a great run and does a Cruyff turn. First time pass to Nico. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because the conditions are that bad. His first touch let him down. He pushed it too far out his feet. It allows the defender to get back, but you know, from one end of the pitch to the other, it's just nice to watch.
Wales are playing some really good football. Craig Bellamy was saying it's not about formations, it's about playing shapes. And at the moment, going forward, the shape is very good. Maybe defensively, against a better team, they'll have been caught out.
Yeah, we've got a corner here.
Wilson plays it into the penalty area. Look, I mean, it's been massively picky when Wales are 2 goals up away from home, considering how poor they've been away from home over the last couple of years. But the conditions as well are playing their part, because every time the ball goes into either penalty area, it's panic stations.
Yeah, well, to explain it in layman's terms, when you hear Craig saying there's a lot of information to take on board, people are thinking, what do you mean by that? Well, what he actually does, he sets out a pattern of play, and if the opposition play a different shape, he changes the shape of Wales's midfield, and if they change again, he changes to this system, and it changes the players round until they find an overload somewhere. Now, if you've got good players, they can do that with using their football brains. The hard thing to do is to do it with average players. Then don't be surprised if they make mistakes trying to do it.
But it's early days, but the early signs are very promising.
Yeah, and you know, if you're all on the same page, you've got a chance. If we get it wrong, we all get it wrong. If we get it right, we all get it right. We're all doing the same thing.
Now Darlow, as the ball splashes up again as he clears, and there was a puddle developing in Carl Darlow's penalty area. Away to the right-hand side, it's played long, looking for Kiefer Moore, who flicks the ball on, but it's straight out of play. And we still have 12 minutes to play in the first half. Montenegro 0, Wales 2. Kiefer Moore and Harry Wilson with the goals inside the opening 3 minutes, but Stefan Jovetic has hit the bar from the halfway line. And we've also seen Montenegro go close on more than one occasion apart from that. Benjamin Šeško has a second goal for Slovenia. They lead Kazakhstan by 2-0. Lithuania have equalised against Romania. That's in League C. And Austria's under-21s have equalised at Kenilworth Road against England. It's 1-1 there. And Randall Kolomuani with the opening goal for France against Belgium in Lyon this evening, as the cross is played into the penalty area for Montenegro down the left-hand side. I think it took a deflection, and it's claimed by Karl Dahl.
Well, 33 minutes on the clock. We've just taken a step back. The first time since the kick-off, Kiefer Moore has now sunk back into the centre circle. We were full pressing them, full court press for half an hour, and Wales have got to keep doing that. The conditions are that bad, you can make Montenegro make mistakes at the back. I would get right on top of them, get the back four right up on the halfway line and say, go on, try and play through us. But it takes effort and determination. The minute you take your foot off the gas, and it starts with Kiefer Moore, if he stops pressing, the whole team will.
Now Wilson. And there's no doubt the pitch is getting worse here in terms of the amount of water we're seeing on it. The ball is not rolling as cleanly as it was in the opening stages. And now Davis clatters into the challenge there of Jovovic and gets the free kick, but there was a shower of water which came up then as Ben Davis hit the deck as well.
Yeah, the pitch has just got mistakes written all over it, and it's proved that way.
Now Ampadu, good ball wide to this near side, and Ollie Cooper, he skitters in field. Ampadu, first time ball to find Kiefer Moore, who turns and lets fly right-footed, but I think as a cursory look at the pitch, I think his standing leg gave way there. The huge divot indeed, which has been replaced by first the referee and then Kiefer Moore, and the shot skewed high and wide.
Yeah, it's a great ball from Ethan Ampadu there, round the corner into Kiefer Moore's feet, middle of the goal, 30 yards out. He's had a touch, one thought in his mind, can I get a shot in? Probably been told to by Craig Bellamy, shoot on sight. The ball's that slippery, and he snatched at it a bit and gone miles wide.
Ollie Cooper with a teaser of a back pass there for Karl Darlow, bouncing through the penalty area. Darlow does well to control, and now Moore lays it wide to the far side, and Wilson down the Wales right, and Wilson has been body checked on the far side. 36 minutes played. We welcome listeners from TalkSport, where Wales lead Montenegro by 2-0. An incredible start. Kiefer Moore scoring after 38 seconds, and then Harry Wilson wrapping one in from long range after 2.5 minutes. But since then, Stefan Jovetic has hit the crossbar from the halfway line. Ben Davis has had to clear a shot off the line. The rain remains incessant. The pitch now has taken, Dean Saunders, so much water, and you wonder what this game will be like in maybe 20 minutes or so after half-time if it keeps raining like this.
Well, yeah, we've got a new audience with us now who not witnessed what we've just witnessed. It's been a great game. We've had everything, apart from a red card. We've had everything else. Chip from the halfway line, Harry Wilson top corner, counter-attacks, tackles, mistakes. It's been a great game. Wales 2-0 up, two great goals to start with. And since then, I was surprised Montenegro never chucked the towel in, but they've kept going. They've had chances as well.
They certainly have, but having gone 4 games without a goal, Wales scoring twice in the opening 3 minutes, but this game surely has more goals in it as the conditions worsen. 37 minutes play, commentary continuing on TalkSport 2, Montenegro 0, Wales 2. Marusic with a cross into the penalty area, sliding in to make the challenge was Mepham, and he's won it ahead of Magosa. And now Wales will try and break again, neatly taken down by Moore. Ollie Cooper will run forward. He slips and slides over the halfway line, goes down believing he should have had a free kick, but the referee not interested.
No, he struggled, Ollie Cooper. I mean, the conditions haven't helped when you're getting balls rolled into you in midfield and it's slippery, and if it's a little bit to your right or your left, it's hard to change direction. But you've got to play to the conditions. Play 1 touch, 2 touch if you can.
The other game in this group has had another goal. Victor Palsson has equalised for Iceland, 1-1 away to Turkey. As Kiefer Moore now has the time to turn, plays it wide to this near side, looking for Kumas, but Marusic will guide it back towards Mijatovic. Also, Israel 0, Italy 1. Davide Fratesi with the opening goal in Budapest this evening. And Austria have equalised away to Norway thanks to Marcel Sabitzer. And once again, Vucevic coming forward now for Montenegro. The cross in for Jovetic, appeals for handball as it's blocked inside the area by Davis. And I think the referee at the moment has chosen not to give a decision. There is VAR involved here, and we'll wait and see what may happen.
Right, what's the laws? Because this is a dink to the back post. Centre forward heads it back where it come from.
I think they're having a look at this.
Well, it's hit Ben Davis on the arm, right? He's got his arms down by his side. Is the ball going in the net? And if so, is the law, if it stops a goal going in the net, it's a penalty?
Well, we're watching a replay here on the monitor. Jovetic, and, well, it hits the hand of Ben Davis. This will be a penalty.
It's going in. It's going in the far corner. It's hit Ben. He's not stuck his arm out. But because the
penalty's not being given. Well, that I am astonished by that, because we have seen penalties given for that all over Europe at every level, but Dragomir Dragunov, the VAR official, has clearly had a look and waved play on.
Well, we've had referees on TalkSport and they don't know the handball law, so I thought the law was, if the ball hit you on the arm and it's not deliberate and it was going in the net, it's a penalty, no matter what, even if it's not deliberate. And that header was going in the net, so we've got away with one there, unless I've got the law wrong.
Well, we have seen goals given for handballs not as blatant as that. I'm not saying it was deliberate handball, but there's no doubt it struck him on the hand. 3 yards out, the ball was going in.
Yeah, well, but if you're crossing the ball from the right-hand side and it's Ben Davis on the arm, it's not going in the net, you know, that sometimes is not given. But I thought if it stops a goal going in the net,
yeah,
and even if it's
it is a penalty, yeah.
It's a penalty.
Anyway, we move on. 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Jovetic almost threads the eye of the needle again to find Magosa, but the ball is claimed by Karl Darlow. Not quite the quickest goal of all time for Wales this evening. They scored against Azerbaijan after 15 seconds back in 2003, but certainly up there. But there's a problem here for Connor Roberts. Looks to be a shoulder problem.
I think he's popped his shoulder out. I mean, he's punched the floor there as if to say it's popped out. I know it's popped out. He's had problems in the past with his shoulder. I think it was in the World Cup, Nigel. You remember when he had a bad shoulder in the World Cup?
Yeah.
I think it's popped. He's down on one knee right now. We can always move Nico Williams there. Well, showing the highlights of the first goal. It's calamity defending for Montenegro. Can't clear the ball. It bounces to Kiefer Moore, takes it well. Harry Wilson's goal, tremendous.
But since then, Wales' oldest debutant, Karl Darlow, at the age of 33, has seen Stefan Jovetic hit the crossbar from the halfway line, with Darlow understandably nowhere. But at the moment, Wales do lead by 2-0, and maybe fortune has favoured them now and again as well.
I'm going to make a brave statement here. I think Harry Wilson's goal will be in the top 10 goals ever scored by a Welsh football team. When you see it again, he's cut across it with his left foot in horrendous conditions, and it's gone right in the top corner. It started outside the post. It's a fantastic strike.
Interesting change about to be made. Of course, Connor Roberts will be going off. Brennan Johnson is coming on. I suppose Nico Williams, as you say, will go back, and Brennan Johnson will come on the right of midfield. And he is a player, of course, who is a Premier League regular at a big club, Tottenham, but I think every Wales fan would admit we're yet to see his best form for his country.
I agree with that, and you know, he looks as if it could click at any moment. He's struggled with Wales, but I actually think he's better when he comes off the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if he causes absolute havoc coming on. And you won't want to play against him now in these conditions. He runs across the top of the grass, nimble, quick.
Well, he has 3 goals, and this is his 30th game.
Yeah, you hope as he gets older, a bit like Raheem Sterling, he got a bit more clinical as he got older.
Well, he's only 23, so time is on his side.
Yeah.
Now Kamai down the right-hand side for Montenegro. Good cross into the penalty area, and an excellent defensive clearance at the near post, diving in to head the ball away from Williams. And now Wales will try and break. And it's Lewis Kumas on the move. Marusic looking to hold him up on this near side. They both overrun the ball in these conditions. And then Kumas is absolutely taken out by Brnovic. And it's a free kick for Wales, and Kumas there was swept off his feet.
Brnovic, what are you doing? I mean, Harry Wilson again puts the ball inside the fullback for a race for Kumas. He struggles to get away from the right back, and he ends up stopping, turning back towards his own goal. And as he turns back, Brnovic, it's like a ridiculous challenge. He's given a free kick away now in a dangerous area. It's got to be a yellow card, that, surely, Nigel.
Kumas is at times finding it difficult to get in the game, because that's understandable, but when he gets on the ball, he's not gliding like his dad did tonight, because you can't glide in these conditions, but he's got the goods to be a real threat.
He's better in the middle of the pitch because he runs from in to out. He makes runs down the channels, and his movement's great.
Wilson with the free kick in towards the near post, headed away though, and then Jovovic will find Kamai, but good covering there from Ampadu, and he plays it back deep into his own half, and Carl Darlow sensibly not waiting on the ball, he comes out to meet it about 30 yards from his goal to avoid the back pass sticking in the water here. Now Roden wide to this near side, and Ben Davies will bring it forward now, and there will be just a single minute of added time at the end of the first half. Now Johnson infield again. Williams will play it forward towards Johnson, but it's guarded back by Vukovic towards Mijatovic, and the goalkeeper clears. But again, Brennan Johnson, they had the opportunity to take on the fullback, and he came back inside, and we've seen that on so many occasions.
I don't understand that. He gets Ben Davies pings the ball out to him. His first thought's to turn back.
Now Kamai with a curling shot which snakes through the penalty area, left-footed, and goes wide of Carl Darlow's far post.
You know, he's sitting at 2-0, and we're not comfortable. You know, if they get a goal back now, it will be game on proper, but they're still in this game, and we've got to make sure that we don't sink back and let them come at us.
But that is half-time, with the primrose yellow and green trim, the away kit, going back to the really traditional Welsh colours, as the high ball into the penalty area. Jovovic was winding up for the big bicycle kick there, but he catches Nico Williams on the side of the head, but it was accidental. There's an apology, and no problem for Williams.
Yeah, I think Craig will be pleased with the start we've had. We've scored a couple of good goals. I don't think he'll be pleased about, I think they could have scored 4 or 5. They've had chances. I don't think he'll be pleased about that.
Here is Jovovic, clipped into the penalty area, looking for Kamai, but it's cleared away by Roden, who was just caught there by Magusa. I'll give you a reminder of the two teams again in a second. 47 minutes played. Wales still leading by 2-0. 2 goals in the opening 3 minutes. By this stage in the first half, they were already 2 up. But it's been a bit more sedate at the start of the second half, as Jovovic comes forward now. A high diagonal ball, but it's judged well by Ben Davies at the far post. And Brennan Johnson, who came on just before half-time for the injured Connor Roberts, he'll clear the ball down the line, but Brnovic will gather for the home side. So the Wales team is Darlow in goal. The back 4 is now Williams, Mepham, Roden and Davies. We've got Johnson on the right, Thomas on the left, with Ampadu and Cooper in the middle, with Wilson and Moore leading the attack, as it's played forward wide to this near side for Montenegro. Ethan Ampadu also picked up a yellow card in the first half as well. And now Sipic slipped forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Wales will try and clear, but here is Jovovic, who has been the class act really for Montenegro. just knitting things together, wearing number 10 and playing as the classic Balkans number 10, as Nico Williams looks for a quick throw-in on this near side. Brnovic was involved, and then he crumples to the turf, and Nico Williams has been booked, and I think Brnovic has bought that.
Yeah, I mean, Nico Williams is trying to push it past him down the right wing and try to outpace him, and he slid under him, and he's obviously trying to get him booked. I don't know why he's taking the throw quick though. Nico Williams, what? Don't rush. You know, we're 2-0 up. Slow the game down.
Well, Brnovic has also been booked for his role in that, in preventing the restart.
He should have been booked in the first half. Outrageous tackle on Kumas. Yeah. He got away with that. I don't know how.
Williams and Brnovic both booked there. And really, Brnovic was in the wrong, and then, well, that's outrageous from Brnovic looking at the replay. He was spun around the waist by Williams, and he went down clutching his face.
Remember the days where you didn't show the defender he'd hurt you? You'd never go on the floor squealing, rolling round. Wouldn't give him the satisfaction of thinking they'd hurt you.
Well, the fact is there he went down and he wasn't hurt, but there we are. 5 minutes played in the second half. Montenegro 0, Wales 2. Mijatovic in goal for Montenegro. Marusic, Rubazic, Sipic and Vukovic, the back four. Brnovic and Jovovic in midfield, with Kamai, Jovetic and Kristovic behind Magosa in attack. And Robert Prosinecki has not made any changes at half-time, although a number of players were warming up fairly vigorously in the rain, as Jovovic plays it wide to this near side, looking for Vukovic. Away from Williams initially, but Williams comes back, makes the challenge, and I think something was left on him there by Vukovic, because Williams has gone down clutching his ankle as he concedes the corner kick.
Yeah, he's got a nasty one on the ankle. He's actually gone back to right back and defended really well. 3 times. He's got a cleared one across the face of the goal. He's cut a pass through ball out, and 1v1 there. He's defended brilliantly. He's really quick. But he's got a nasty one on the ankle. Run it off. Get up and run it off.
Well, Chris Mepham has been told to take off a gold chain which is around his neck, and he's currently fiddling with that with Sean Connolly, the Wales physio, on this near side. Eventually manages to undo the clasp, but now he's off the field, and Wales will have to defend with 10 players as a result of the jewellery.
I know.
But it's a corner kick after all of that for Montenegro. 6 minutes into the second half, Wales leading by 2 goals to 0. The corner is played short towards the edge of the penalty area. Vukovic looks to thread the ball through, but it's blocked by Ampadu, and Ampadu now will bring the ball out with Sorba Thomas in support. Ampadu, I think, was looking for the free kick there. He was looking for the contact, and in the end he went down when he felt it, but the referee not giving the free kick.
No, it's obviously a game plan. They played a short corner, Montenegro, and the ball's gone into legs. Harry Wilson's blocked it, and the 4 or 5 of them breaking from the edge of their own box. Ampadu's running with the ball. Thought he should have gone to the left to Sorba Thomas. He was looking to his right for Harry Wilson to catch him up, and he ends up getting caught with the ball.
Morgan Rogers with a second for England's under-21s. They now lead Austria 2-1 at Kenilworth Road this evening. And Wales still leading here by 2 goals to 0, 7 minutes into the second half. Fair play to the Montenegrin fans on the far side, who are absolutely drenched. But they're still making the noise and getting behind their team. As Kristovic comes forward now down the left. The high cross in, though, is headed away by Roden. He now plays it into the path of Wilson. Wilson with another elusive run forward, but he just overruns the ball in the water, and Brnovic comes back to slide in and win it back for Montenegro.
Yeah, we're just encouraging them. That's 4 times in a minute we've given the ball away, cheaply.
And now Magosa inside the penalty area. He was forced wide by Roden, and I think the shot took a deflection off the Leeds defender, and it will be a corner kick for Montenegro again.
Yeah, it just makes, it gives them a bit of confidence, and they start building a bit of momentum. No matter what football you play, you can't give the ball away cheaply, especially at international level. When you look at Man City, the best team in the league, the best players don't give the ball away. That's 4 times in a minute, cheaply. Sorba Thomas, Ampadu, Harry Wilson twice.
Corner fizzed into the near post, headed away though by Kiefer Moore, who stoops to complete the job. Now Jovovic down the right. Harry Wilson will track the run and concede another corner for Montenegro, who are enjoying some decent pressure at the start of the second half, with Wales leading by 2-0.
This is where you sit there as a manager. They've just had 3 corners on the bounce, and you're looking at your centre-backs. Head the ball away.
Well, in the end, it was a dreadful corner from Jovovic into the near post, hammered away by Ben Davies, but a throw-in to the home side. Jovovic again, as Marusic in support. Now it's back towards the edge of the penalty area, but the high cross in from Vucevic is controlled at the far post by Nico Williams, but his clearance down the line. He was looking for the run further forward of Brennan Johnson, but Kamai just cutting it out, but Wales do have the throw-in. Robert Prozinecki, under the Montenegrin baseball cap, is a bit more animated at the start of the second half than he was at the start of the first. He had a long spell as one of the assistant coaches when Croatia were enjoying their golden era. He's also been in charge of Bosnia and Azerbaijan without a huge degree of success.
I mean, Brennan Johnson, for me, I think he's the most talented player on the pitch. But he comes on the pitch and he looks like he has no self-belief at times. But I've been saying to him, get out there and show everybody in the world how good you are. You're the best player. I mean, the arrogance of Gareth Bale, because he knew he was good. He's just saying, give me the ball. Leave it to me. Give me the ball. He looks like he's quite happy just to keep the ball and turn back and not show everybody, look what I've got in the locker. Doesn't matter if you lose it. Last third, get at people.
Well, he's wearing Bale's number 11 shirt now, which is a vote of confidence.
Oh, good luck with that. I mean, he's the best player that's ever played for us. Hard act to follow.
Vucevic plays it down the line for Montenegro. 55 minutes played on TalkSport 2. Wales still 2 up, but Montenegro have been the better side since half-time. Turkey now lead Iceland 2-1 in this group. Kerim Atakola with his second in Izmir. So if it stays like that, Wales and Turkey will have 4 points each at the end of the first 2 rounds, as Jovetic plays it wide to this near side. Vucevic with the cross in, and of course that assumes that Wales finish the job here. And now Kiefer Moore picks up a loose ball. He can drive forward. Harry Wilson in support. Again, Moore goes down, and he was caught there by Marusic, and it's another yellow card, this time for the Lazio defender.
I think he tried to do a professional foul. Kiefer Moore's breaking up the pitch. Harry Wilson's running to his right, but lacks the pace to actually be able to be put clean through, and Marusic just professional fouls him, really. There was no need.
And if you've just joined us on TalkSport 2, Kiefer Moore scoring the first goal in the opening minute, quickly followed by a second from Harry Wilson from way outside the penalty area with the outside of his left foot. That's a goal that Wales fans will be enjoying all the way back to wherever they live, either North or South Wales or somewhere in between, as Sorba Thomas is pushed over on this near side by Vucevic. Wales take a quick free kick, and here is Brennan Johnson now with the opportunity to attack. He comes in field and he fires at the shot, palmed away by Mijatovic. Now Sorba Thomas now with a low ball in which is deflected. Nico Williams hits it right-footed, and it's some way wide, but Brennan Johnson there, he did come inside again, but this time he worked the keeper.
Yeah, positive. You know, whether you go inside and shoot or whether you go outside the fullback, just be positive, and he struck that too good. The keeper's more or less stood in the middle of his goal. It's more or less hit him. And then it comes back out to Sorba Thomas. He cuts it back. Nico Williams has got a chance to rifle one from the edge of the box, drags it wide with the old scuff. Remember that one, Nige?
I've done plenty of those.
I done one.
Come on. People have seen your career at Derby County.
I know.
Now Kristovic coming forward now on this near side. 58 minutes play. Jovetic has been caught by Cooper on the edge of the penalty area, and it will be a free kick here for Montenegro, left of centre, about 20 yards out. And throughout the game, I think Ollie Cooper has been one of the players who has found it difficult to get to grips with the occasion.
Yeah, I was thinking half-time, you try and put yourself in Craig Bellamy's shoes. I would have said to him, half-time, he's obviously he's struggling, and right, just keep it simple. Play forward when you get it. Make sure you find a yellow shirt. Hold your position. Don't give fouls away. Stay on your feet. And gradually work your way back into the game before you start trying difficult passes. Try and complete 4 passes before you try a difficult one. He's given the foul away now, right on the edge of our box. I just get the feeling now we're like sitting ducks. We've lost the momentum and we've given them a chance to get back in the game. If they score a goal now, we've got our hands full in this game.
Jovetic over the free kick, and he'll curl this right-footed low into the wall, which leaps and blocks. And now it's wide to this near side, and Jovetic again. He arcs across in, and the header is wide from Magosa. Free header in between the 2 central defenders, and he ruffles his sodden hair because he knows that was a great chance, and Wales are making a change, and it's Ollie Cooper who comes off, and Jordan James comes on.
Yeah, well, Jordan James has got a bit of power. It's not happened for Ollie tonight. He's just got to keep his chin up. It's his first game. He's probably nervous. Jordan James is a bit stronger, more powerful. Will stand in the middle of the pitch and use his athleticism to get us back in this game. We've taken a step out of the game since half-time, and we're encouraging Montenegro to get back in it. We've either got to keep the ball and stop them getting the ball, or we've got to turn them round. That's a free header in the box there. I mean, Chris Mepham's got done, the ball's just floated over his head.
Well, Jordan James now with Rennes in the French First Division, having moved on from Birmingham after their relegation. Still only 20 years of age. Here is Harry Wilson, who tries to replicate his goal from the first half on the edge of the penalty area, but it gets it all wrong. It skews off the outside of his left foot some way wide.
Yeah, he's let it run past him. He's brilliantly let the ball run. It's on the edge of their box. He's let it run onto his left foot, sliced the strike. But it's Harry Wilson again, having an effort at goal. That's what I like about him.
England-Finland tomorrow night on Talk Sport, also in League B of the Nations League, with Adrian Durham, Jim Proudfoot and Stuart Pearce, with Faker Others with all the reaction post-match, as Montenegro have given the ball away, and here is Harry Wilson coming forward, but he just miscontrols at the crucial moment there, with Kiefer Moore waiting on the edge of the penalty area, and it's scrambled away, and Wales eventually have a throw-in.
Well, it's Rubicic again. I talked about him first half. He's got a mistake around the corner, and he's just passed a square pass to his centre-back partner. Too short. Harry Wilson's nipped in, messed it up. He was clean through.
Here is Silver Thomas now, finding Jordan James, his yellow shirt still pristine, having just come on. Harry Wilson inside the penalty area, down the right, back towards Thomas again. Williams makes the run forward, but the cross drifted high to the far post. Ampadu will return the ball back into the penalty area. Vucevic will eventually clear, but here is Mepham again, but he clatters his ball forward into Jovetic, and it will be a throw-in to Wales on this near side. 62 minutes played, and we're back in the Championship on TalkSport 2 on Friday, with Hull against Sheffield Wednesday, Leeds against Burnley on Saturday at 12:30, and we've also got Manchester City against Brentford at 3, and over on TalkSport, Southampton Manchester United at 12, game day with Reshman Chowdhury, and Bournemouth against Chelsea also coming up Saturday night at 8 o'clock after game day live with Adrian Durham. And then on Sunday we also have a Championship commentary, Pompey against West Brom, and that's at 3 o'clock. 62 minutes played here, Wales still leading 2-0. Williams with a throw in towards the penalty area. Ampadu controls it, volleys the ball in, almost finds Kiefer Moore, who lunges in 6 yards out, but he can't make contact, and it spins behind for a goal kick.
He's got to score. I mean, Nico Williams takes a long throw, the shortest long throw in the world, by the way. I don't know if he's hardly reached their box. It's got headed out. We've volleyed it back in, and he's got in between two centre-backs, 7 yards out. I think he took his eye off the ball. He's completely missed it. That's 3-0 though, game over.
You just wonder if Wales have weathered the storm here in terms of the Montenegrin pressure, if not the weather.
They haven't got enough to do us, have they, Nigel? You look at them, the quality in front of goal, headers, strikes at goal. They haven't got enough to take advantage of the mistakes.
Wales have another opportunity here with a low ball in from Sorba Thomas on the right, but it's blocked. And now Ampadu wins it back though, because Jovetic basically ran into him. And there's the opportunity now for Wales to try and build again. There are more goals in this, I think, if Montenegro begin to get weary, but now they win it back because Wales have given the ball away. Here is Jovetic now, coming in field from the left, scoops it in towards the edge of the penalty area, and it's cleared away downfield again.
Once again, you know, we give them a chance to break on us, and their lack of quality on the final pass, the final finish, is just glaringly obvious. That's why they're struggling.
The rain continues to team down, but we've got to 65 minutes. And the pitch has held up pretty well, in fairness. I mean, it's cut up, but any pitch would cut up in the face of these elements. So Sorba Thomas tries to bring it forward on this near side, but he just runs out of room.
Sorba, I don't want to be overcritical. He's come on at just before half time. Has he come on just before half time? He come on. He's not keeping the ball. He keeps giving the ball away.
Now Jovovic on the halfway line, plays it high from left to right to find Marusic. Marusic looks to work the angle with Kamai, but it's gathered by Brennan Johnson. Wales will be able to clear again. Ampadu plays an excellent ball forward, and now there's space for Jordan James to get forward down the Wales left. He's got Kiefer Moore and Harry Wilson in field, but he slips it forward towards Ampadu. Ampadu can see the picture here, and it's Harry Wilson on the edge of the penalty area, and now it's played wide, and Kiefer Moore slides it over an open goal. It was brilliant football. Ben Davies with the cross to find him, and the goal was gaping for Kiefer Moore, but he sent the ball skywards.
Wait till you see this one. I mean, I can't believe he's missed it. Ben Davies, Harry Wilson slid him in. Ben Davies could have shot, and he's just gone across the 6-yard box. Go on, tap that in. Kiefer Moore slid in. How he's got it over the bar from there, I don't know. He's slid in, stretching a little bit. He's 3 yards out and manages somehow to lift it over the bar.
James McAtee has made it 3-1 to England's under-21s against Austria. Moise Keane with a second for Italy away to Israel. And Ousmane Dembele with a second for France at home to Belgium. And Benjamin Šeško has scored the third for Slovenia. They lead Kazakhstan by 3-0, and he's got all of them. But Kiefer Moore, scored the opening goal here tonight, but he'll be rewinding that one on the flight home. And it could have been a very painful one for him, because he almost wrapped himself around the goalpost in a very painful fashion as he slid it.
Well, as a striker myself, I've been there and I've done that. You know, you're sliding, you're stretching, and you can't, you know, it takes a bobble, hits your shin and goes over the bar or wide, and you think, how have I missed that? So I'm not being hypercritical of him. I know it happens that quick that you can't even think about it, but how he's got that over the bar from 3 yards, it was harder to miss.
But the build-up was excellent.
Yeah, we broke out lovely, and Jordan James has made a difference since he's come on. Athletic. Ben Davies goes and joins him in, and it is noticeable that when we win the ball back off the opposition, we go forward in numbers.
Well, it's noticeable how many efforts on goal Aaron Ramsey had on Friday. Of course, none of them went in, but so often we've seen Ramsey barely get near the penalty area at times in recent years, but not on Friday evening, as Kamai with the cross in, which is deflected behind off Davis, and it will be a corner. 68 minutes played here on TalkSport 2. Wales still lead by 2-0. and they are inching towards their first victory now under Craig Bellamy.
It's another corner. It's another chance for Montenegro to nick a goal, and we should have put this game to bed, but we're wide open again.
The corner headed away by Kiefer Moore. Jovovic fires it back in through the crowd, hits the inside of the post, it's loose, and it's put over an open goal by Krstovic at the other end this time. Well, he was offside, so the flag spares his blushes, but Wales there saved by the post.
I mean, what a strike from Jovovic. He's 25 yards out, and he's whipped it, his right foot, he's whipped it into the Carl Darlow's right hand. It's hit the inside of the post, gone across the face of the goal. I don't know who's offside. I think it might have even took a deflection. The linesman's give him offside, but another close shave for us.
A couple of changes made by Prozanecki. Marko Vesevic, who plays for Karabag in Azerbaijan, one of the veteran strikers, has come on his 55th appearance, and Preston North End's Vuletinos Majic has also come on as well. 3 goals for him so far this season, all against Harrogate in the EFL Cup. Budovic is one of the players who has gone off, and Magosa is the other.
I'm a bit surprised he's took Magosa off. He's been at the heart of every chance they've had. He's laid a couple on a plate for him. I'm a bit surprised he's gone off. I'm pleased he's gone off.
Well, Osmajic will be someone who 1 or 2 of the Wales players will be familiar with, having played in the Championship. Just watching on the monitor the shot again from Jovovic, and it was Krstovic who was offside when he put the ball over the top. It wouldn't have counted anyway, but certainly the first shot would have done.
He's just come runners up in the glaring miss competition.
Now Nico Williams coming forward down the right, but he's challenged on the edge of the penalty area by Sipsic. But here is Jovetic now on the halfway line for Montenegro. Inside the final 20 minutes, if they score now, it is game on. Krstovic looking to come in field again. And now it's wide towards Vucevic. Wales here are packing the penalty area. The cross in, finding Jovetic, and the low stooping header is turned aside by Darlow. Excellent save.
Great save. Horrendous defending again. I mean, they've set the ball back to the right back. He's wrapped his foot round it. 4 defenders stood on their heels, not expecting it. Jovetic has been their best player, and he's on the end of the cross.
He's a free agent. You'd pick him up, wouldn't you, if you were at a certain level?
Yeah, what is he, 34? Yeah. He's had his day. All depends his salary. Got to be in the right team. He's playing at number 10 for these, and he looks head and shoulders above all of them. And that was a diving header. Darlow, if it carries on like this, he's going to have to be... Oh, I'm saying nothing. I'm jumping. It's 20 minutes to go. He's done well so far.
Well, clearly there is, if not a vacancy there, Craig Bellamy has an open mind. As Brennan Johnson chases down the left-hand side again now, but the ball was overhit and it's gathered by Mijatovic.
Again, I've got to bring it up again. Brennan Johnson, he's playing for Spurs in front of thousands of people every week and showing bits of class. And he's come on tonight, grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck. Come on. He's letting the game just drift by.
Now Vesevic with a long ball forward, and Krstovic will chase it. He's got there, and this time it's tapped in by Kamai, and Montenegro are back in the game, and that goal's been coming for some time. Wales caught out on the counter-attack, and with 18 minutes to play it could be a very nervy finish. Montenegro 1, Wales 2.
Yeah, the best way to describe it, back four like a sieve. We've held a high line, there's not enough pressure on the ball. 2 centre-halves have tried to step up. Great ball across the face. I mean, it's a tap-in the end. It's a bit like Kiefer Moore's when Ben Davis laid him in. Jovetic squares it, and it's a simple tap-in, but we're trying to hold a high line there. A bit like Spurs are trying to do. You can only do that when there's pressure on the ball. Otherwise, good players make good runs, and players on the ball will find them. And we got caught out, and it's coming. You're right, it's been coming for a while. We're like sitting ducks, and now we've got 20 minutes. We've missed chances the other end. Kiefer Moore's missed a chance. A sitter. It would have been 3-0. So, Craig, get your book out, have a look in your book, and see what it says about this. How to hang on with 25 minutes to go.
Two more changes made by Prosinecki in the aftermath of that goal. Marko Vucevic has come on. He plays his club football in Bosnia. And Novika Arakovic of Omanoia in Cyprus has also replaced Stefan Jovetic. With Driton Kamai scoring only his second international goal, plays in the Hungarian second division. There was a VAR check there for offside, I think, for the first ball forward towards Kristovic, but he looked onside and the goal's been given.
Yeah, Jovetic has showed his class there. He could have shot, he squared it. Kamai is in the right place at the right time, simple tapping. That high line again.
Now, Craig Bellamy may learn one or two things about his team. Holding on 2-1 away from home with 15 minutes to play.
Nige, are we better with the back five? How long have we been watching Wales? If your two centre-backs can't play at this level against the best players in the world, you have to play with three. That's what I've been taught. That's what I've learned from different managers. If you don't think your two centre-backs can play against the best players in the world and not concede goals, you're going to have to play with three and protect them.
Well, we've just seen the graphic which shows that Kristovic was onside, but Wales's line was a very wavy defensive line which gave him the opportunity. Now, Jovetic going forward again now on this near side. 14 minutes to play on TalkSport 2. Montenegro 1, Wales 2. Jovetic with an excellent ball. Wide towards the far side. Vesovic with the early cross into the penalty area. It'll come all the way through towards Kamai onto the right foot, but he balloons the shot high over the top, barrier deflection. It's a corner.
Well, we're on the ropes. Good block from Nico Williams. You can see he's playing every week. By the way, Nico Williams, he looks sharp. He's defended really well. But another cross across the face. And another corner. And this is where Mepham, Roden, look at the ball, pick the flight up and head it out of our box.
Risto Radunovic has now come on to replace Andrija Vucevic. Radunovic plays for Steaua Bucharest in Romania. Another corner for Montenegro. And it's an outswinger, high to the far post. Darlow comes and gets nowhere near it. Ampadu has gone down clutching his face, and as a result, play will be halted.
Well, he needs to stay down for a minute, and Craig needs to call him over and give him another plan, because it stems from ball retention. If you keep losing the ball as cheaply as we did earlier on, it was in about a minute we give it away 4 times. They create momentum. They start getting free kicks and corners. They start getting shots. They get a bit of belief. The crowd get up, and all of a sudden they think they're a good team.
Watching the replay of that corner, Darlow came for the ball. He slipped, and the header came in from Rubezic, and it struck Ampadu in the face, and I think had it not hit him, it would have gone in. So that's an escape for Wales.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it, Nigel. Still chucking it down.
Well, the rain has not stopped all day in Montenegro, but at the moment we're set up for a good finish here with Wales leading 2-1. Craig Bellamy will be interested to see how his team work with various different scenarios, and they've got something here. Having made the perfect start, 2 goals up in 2.5 minutes, at that stage you thought it was going to be 4 or 5, but now they would settle for 2-1.
Yeah, I thought it was Joktovic who squared it, but it was Krstovic. Great ball from him. You know, he's a goal scorer himself, and it's hard to not shoot in that position, but he's done the right thing, squared it. They're back in the game, and now you've got to be thinking, as the boss, I look at Brendan Johnson and Sober Thomas. Have they made us better? Not really.
No.
You know, they're not carrying the ball up the length of the pitch for us. They're not keeping it when they get it. Disappointing. Jordan James has made an impact.
Well, Prozinecki now is out on the edge of his technical area, and he's giving his team the G up here. And they will believe there is still something in this for them. With 11 minutes to play, Thomas now chasing a long ball forward into the penalty area, but it is guided behind in the end by Radunovic, and it will be a goal kick. And this is a game that Wales looked to be cruising at times in the first half, but we are seeing changes now, and Aaron Ramsey is coming on along with Mark Harris, who is the form striker. 4 goals in 4 games in the Championship for Oxford. He's replacing Kiefer Moore, who scored the opening goal here. Harris comes on, and Aaron Ramsey will also replace Harry Wilson. So the 2 goal scorers going off.
Yeah, I'm surprised Mark Harris didn't come on, and I'm surprised he never started tonight, really. He is on fire as a goal scorer. We hadn't scored for 4 games. But when you go 2-0 up, then Craig's right for his decision-making that he's made. But I'm pleased to see him come on. Won't be surprised if he scores.
10 minutes to play. Montenegro 1, Wales 2 in the Nations League on TalkSport 2. Another cross into the Wales area is cleared at the near post. But there is only one team at the moment now who is pushing on, looking to create opportunities. Arakovic high into the penalty area. Kamai, who scored the goal, doesn't get around the back. He delivers the cross here, then it's swept away at the near post by Mepham.
I just feel the middle of our defence is not right. We need to stick another player in there. So we've got 3 centre-halves in there. They're getting too much room in the box, too many free headers.
Vesovic, now Vucevic, good ball into the penalty area, but it's cleared away. Arakovic wins it back though, but Roden is there to clear, but it will come straight back. Vesovic, but now Ampadu will win it for Wales, and he plays it wide to this near side. And Thomas has 3 red shirts around him, and in the end he goes down and he bides his time and gets the free kick.
Yeah, well done. We sort of broke out, and Ethan Ampadu got stopped in his tracks, turns to his right, gives it to Sober Thomas's feet. He's got his back to goal. He realises there's 3 men round him, and he cleverly sucks a foul out of the fullback. Gives us a breather.
Tom Fellows has given England a 4th goal against Austria in the under-21 game at Luton. It's now 4-1. 8.5 minutes to play here on TalkSport 2. Wales lead 2-1. Mark Harris now leading the line with Aaron Ramsey, Jordan James and Brennan Johnson behind him. Played forward, long downfield by Radunovic, but here is Ramsey for Wales. Square to James. Johnson calling for the ball wide on the left, but the pass never finds him. It's quickly cut out by Vucevic. Now down the line for Jovovic, who hit the post before the goal. Now Jovovic with the throw-in into Arakovic. Arakovic turns into trouble though, and Ramsey now can bring the ball away for Wales. He's got 3 yellow shirts in support, wide to the far side, but he can't pick out any of them, and it's straight out of play. Now Vucevic will take the throw-in. 7.5 minutes to play. And Wales hanging on here, leading 2-1, looking for their first victory in the UEFA Nations League. As it's played forward towards Osmajic, and Preston forwards done well, but in the end Thomas comes in to win it back, and here is Ramsey, and he encourages Brennan Johnson to get forward now. Johnson down the left-hand side, 3 in the middle. He delivers the first time cross in, but it's blocked by Rubezic, but Wales do have a throw-in by the corner flag on the far side there left.
Well, we had 3 players in the box there against 2. Brennan Johnson's out on the left. He's got it outside his left foot. Fullback's not really going to be able to stop the cross if he gets it right. Hits the fullback. Wasted opportunity. If he gets the ball across the fullback, we've got a tap in.
Now Davis on the far side goes down under pressure from Osmajic. The ball goes out of play, and in the end there's words there between Davis and Osmajic, and the referee will call them both in, and it will be a throw-in on the far side, but the Bulgarian referee has taken no nonsense. Erling Haaland has scored for Norway. They lead Austria 2-1 in the Nations League.
We could all do with him.
Absolutely, I'm sure with Ødegaard and Haaland, Norway will be looking at this expanded World Cup with a degree of interest. So too should Wales. Of course, they'll have more games, more time on the training field with Craig Bellamy. These are very early days, and if they can pick up 4 points...
Sorry, Nigel. Sorry, the object is to win, get out of this, get promoted out of this group.
Yes.
And that's something to fall back on that we've used in the past. So I think it is important.
Although with it being a World Cup, there wouldn't be a playoff via the Nations League, but the higher up you are, the better chance you have of getting a playoff. Yeah, of course, Wales couldn't take that route to the European Championships, but if you're in League A, the chances are you will get a playoff.
Yeah.
Now Jovovic, high ball wide to the far side, but Wales will clear. Here is James, and now Brennan Johnson midway inside his own half. Ramsey in support. Johnson though looks to go himself, and he bobs and weaves between a couple of challenges, goes down looking for the free kick, doesn't get it, and here is Jovovic coming forward now. 5 minutes to play. Wales hanging on, leading 2-1 here. Ampadu though wins it back, and here is Ramsey, but Ramsey has given the ball away to Radulovic, and now Kamai deep inside the penalty area, runs into Nico Williams, but he delivers the cross in, headed away at the near post by Mepham. Williams, whose kit is absolutely saturated and covered with mud, clears the ball away on this near side. Ramsey then challenges the fullback Radunovic, and the ball is out of play, and Montenegro will have a throw-in.
Well, I'm sure after the game, Craig, he looks into everything, doesn't he? And he'll be looking at the ball retention of the players, because whatever he talks about, doing this with the ball, doing that with the ball, if you keep giving it away, nothing works. Your system don't work, nothing works. The opposition just gain momentum on him. And you've got to ask the question, is it our technique that's let us down? Is it the movement that's let us down?
Ramsey now plays it forward towards Jordan James. Square to Brennan Johnson. He can break into the penalty area. Comes back in field. Here is Harris. Johnson was caught late there, but Wales will continue. Thomas finding Ramsey again. And now Sorba Thomas again. And he was fouled on this near side by Radulovic. And you know what I'm going to say,
Dean? You're going to say Brennan Johnson's got the fullback 1v1, and he turns back and takes the easy option and passes it. What would Ronaldo do there? What would Salah do? They've got you 1v1, slipped on a counter-attack, just push it past him and smash it across the face, and he turns back and passes it. Makes me think, do you really enjoy being out there?
Well, the free kick played in by Nico Williams. Well, we could ask what would Leighton James do, as now it's played back by Kamai, and that's a break for Wales, because Kamai, looking to play it all the way back towards Radunovic, knocks it out of play in towards the long jump pit on the far side, and it will be a corner kick for Wales with 2.5 minutes to play.
So you can put your arm around players and you can encourage them and say to them, come on, get out there and show, but it's got to be what's in your shirt. You've got to do it. You've got to get out there and do it, and have the belief in your head.
The running track on the far side looks rather moth-eaten as Ramsey takes the corner kick into the penalty area. Appeals for handball as it reared up and struck Rubezic, and if that's given us handball compared to what we saw in the first half, I think Montenegro will be rather unlucky.
Yeah, I'd have to see that one again.
Well, it was sliced off a teammate, and I think it did hit Rubezic on the arm, but there was no question of intent. Now Jordan James, good ball from him again to find Sorba Thomas. He's isolated the fullback on this near side, looks to hit the byline but overruns it behind for a goal kick.
So honestly, that is so annoying. It's 88 minutes on the clock, we're 2-1 up. We can only get 3 points. You can't get 4 points. Why are you trying to score again, Paul? Take the ball into the corner flag and keep the ball.
Razvan Marin with a late penalty for Romania in League C. They lead Lithuania by 2-1. And in the games tonight in League A, France still 2 up on Belgium, Italy still 2 up in Israel. As Ampadu does well to hold the ball under real pressure in the midfield area, finds Jordan James. James now down the left-hand side, cuts back in field to find Ampadu. All the way back to Darlow, some way outside his penalty area, taking no chances. Plays it long downfield. Sipsic goes back to his goalkeeper, Mijatovic. And we are into the 90th minute here. And rather like Friday night, Wales' first half performance has been much better than what they produced after half-time.
Again, experienced player Ben Davis, 89 minutes on the clock, lad's facing the touchline with his back to goal, and you drag him down. They've now got a chance to put the ball in our box.
Vucevic tries to play the cross in, but it deflects behind Offred and Johnson, and it will be a corner kick as we tick towards the end of 90 minutes here.
Oh, they get a corner, Ben giving a foul away on the halfway line. They end up getting a corner. Fingers crossed.
There will be a minimum of 5 more minutes. The corner low into the near post, cleared away by Jordan James. Vesovic fires it through the crowd, never got hold of it as he had to dig the ball out from a puddle, and it goes behind for a goal kick.
I don't know what he's trying to do there. He's about 40 yards out in a puddle trying to shoot. I mean, what annoys fans beyond belief is when players hit the near post from corners. They can't believe how it happens so often. I think they've done it every time they've had a... By the way, Nigel, they must have had a 10, 11 corners.
Yeah, they've dominated that department, certainly this evening. But if Wales can hold on here, it would be the first win. And in terms of corners, they've had 10. Wales have had 4.
Yeah, and I thought tonight we might try and exploit that. They let 2 goals in against Iceland from corners. We've only had 4.
The possession is pretty much 50-50. Montenegro have had 21 attempts on goal, 5 on target. Wales have had 10. They're the away team. 3 on target. Of course, 2 of those have gone in. But now, here is Jovovic, wide towards the far side. Vucevic with the cross in, deep to the far post. Thomas allows the ball to run, and here is Kamai infield to Arakovic on the edge of the penalty area, and forward now is the central defender Rubezic. The cross in, hooked away by Ramsey, and Sorba Thomas does well to take responsibility there and drive out, and he's got the free kick caught by Vesovic, and that's good play by Sorba Thomas.
Yeah, he's done well there. Give credit where it's due. You know, he's run the last one out of play, trying to score another goal when he should have took it in the corner. This time he's sucked a foul out. But again, they get him behind our back 4. I mean, Craig's going to learn a lot from this game. You know, it's all right talking about pretty patterns of play and doing all things like that, but if you can't resist Montenegro and they leave gaps everywhere, we look vulnerable. But you know, a win's a win at the end of the day. If we can get over the line, gives him a chance to work on a bit more.
Long ball forward, headed behind by Sipsic, and Wales have a corner with 2.5 minutes to play, and you can hear the Wales fans looking to will their team home. A hat-trick for Karimatakolu also in this group. Turkey lead Iceland 3-1, and it will be Wales and Turkey as it stands ahead at the top. Wales play the corner short to Thomas, crossing high into the area over the head of Harris. And Montenegro have the opportunity with Vucevic to clear, and that's what they do. long downfield, but it's nodded down by Ben Davis, looking for James. James, though, hauls down on the far side Radulovic, and it will be a free kick for Montenegro. And we welcome listeners from Talk Sport to the closing stages in Nixich. Jordan James has received the yellow card, and Wales leading here by 2-1 with 90 seconds of added time to play. And Dean Saunders, it's been a real trial in the second half.
Yeah, it's self-destruct. I mean, we're given another foul. Jordan James there, you know, in the dying seconds. Don't give fouls away. They've got 8 players now across our back line, and it's just cross your fingers the ball doesn't drop to one of their players.
Everybody back for Wales here. A line of yellow shirts, bedraggled due to the rain on the edge of the penalty area. The high ball in is headed away by Jordan James. Nodded back in field. Osmajic of Preston plays it forward. But now Johnson can bring the ball clear. And here is James. He's got Sorba Thomas ahead of him. Needs to stay onside. Thomas now plays it forward down the left, looking to go beyond Jovovic, who's done well to get back to him. But Wales should have a corner here. But in fact, Thomas has been penalised for the challenge on Jovovic. And it's a free kick for Montenegro.
No, I think it was a foul. And again, the ball's going into the corner flag. It's a great ball. It's a win from a winning position ball, where you now make them defend and run back towards their own goal, and you give them a foul. Goalkeeper's banging it up the pitch now. Flick on.
But Wales will clear from the long ball forward. Here is Sorba Thomas. He had Brennan Johnson in space to his left, but he goes to the right, and he's lost it. We're into the final seconds of added time here. Here is the Aberdeen defender, Rubazic, forward towards the edge of the penalty area, and Kristovic wide towards Vucevic down the right-hand side. Is the one final cross here into the penalty area, but it's blocked by Davis, and there will be one final corner here for Montenegro to take something from this game.
Yeah, the rain's coming down, and the ball is still like a bar of soap, so Carl Darlow will be thinking, if I have to come and punch it, I will. But any chance, you 2 centre-backs, get your head on it. And Ben Davis.
Radulovic will take the corner kick on the far side. It will be an in-swinger. Surely the final chance of the game. Low into the near post. The goalkeeper is forward, but it's cleared away, and Wales have won. They've got their first victory under Craig Bellamy. Hard-earned in the end, but it's finished. Montenegro 1, Wales 2.